Hello YouTube community, my name is the Jackhammer13 and I got through all that bullshit because it was bullshit and that's all it really was. So, now we're getting back to the storyline at Stonehenge. Simon McMorrin. First, Talisin, you must select a card to duel with. It is important that you feel the vibrations of a deck leader. The minute resonations that ring true to your soul. The cards themselves draw power from the energies of the Ancient Ones. The deck leader acts as an intermediate between the Ancient Ones and the deck wielder. Talisin, it is essential that you select a card leader whose rhythm matches the stirrings of your soul. Here are several decks from which you choose. Give it some serious thought and make your selection. Choose carefully, for the deck you select will guide the destiny of your duels. Alright, so each time I believe the card leader is random, but the stats are pretty similar to what it normally is. So, okay, I'm not very knowledgeable on how this works, so I'm going to choose the one that I think is the greatest. This one has high defense, the Maiden of the Aqua. Your average summoning level would be about 3 stars. The main attributes are those two, and the main races are water and some other fucker that I can't seem to read. Looks like bug maybe, but I don't know. Anyway, so then this one we have the illusory gentleman. Sorry, the average summoning level is still about 3. This has a shit ton of main races and main attributes, so it's a very well balanced deck, and it has a 1800 attack points and 1600 defense points. I think that's what that says. 1500 maybe. My TV's not really working with me, and it might not be working for you guys either. And then this last one is the Wolf Axe Wielder. Summoning average level is around 3 stars, so they're all pretty much the same at the moment. And the main attributes are those things. This has like what, 1650 I think attack and 1000 defense. I like the Illusory Gentleman because of all the shit that's in there. And, I don't really know. I want one that has some good cards in general. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to select it by random. I'm going to go ahead online and get a randomizer. Or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I'm going to put in all 3. We'll do like M, G, and W. MGW. So we'll have to remember that. Random chooser, something like that. Random chooser. Yes, perfect. Caps lock is off. Oh, enter some choices once per line. Okay, so M, G, and Wolf. Okay. First one to get to 3, and we start by now. There's 1 for G, there's 2 for G, there's 1 for M, there's 2 for M, there's 3 for G. So apparently we're not going with the Wolf Wielder. We're gonna go with the Illusory Gentleman. Yes. Alright. Ah! I see you have selected your deck! Sorry, I was screwing around. So that's the effect of the Celtic Red Rose cards. It looks like there's some truth to the rumor that the Red Rose cards are capable of time transformation. Who's there? Hi, my name's Sato. It's been some time since the Battle of Barnet, old one. Rosencruz! What brings you here? Only a member of the Rose Crusaders may call me by that name. If you may recall, I told you once before that you may only address me as Sato. Or Sito. I must say Sato, fuck it. Or does your memory fail you, old man? And you must be the dreaded Rose Duelist. I must admit, there's a certain aura of power emanating from you. I believe an introduction is in order. I am Sato, bitches, and I am the leader of the motherfucking Rose Crusaders. There are members of our little group who prefer to call me by the name of C. Rosencruz. I ask you again, what brings you here, Sato? Mind your manners, old man. What else would bring me here? I have come for the Red Rose cards. After all, it was you who showed me how the summoning capabilities would evolve when the Red Rose cards are combined with the transport powers of the White Rose cards. You aren't thinking of attempting the Forbidden Rose summoning? If so, then the Red Rose cards must never fall into your evil hands. Card sorcery taps to the powers of the Ancient Ones. By their very nature, each card is a double-edged sword that can cut both ways. The Rose cards alone harness tremendous power. There's no telling what horrors one might unleash to the world by combining both red and white. Whoa. Okay. So what I'm getting from this right now is that we're not supposed to combine red and white because if not, the world would be destroyed. You sort of racist, Simon. I might want to go with Sato. I think he seems to be a bit more reliable. You're being racist, and I do not like that. We'll see how it continues on. I will sacrifice my own life if need be to prevent any from uttering the spell of doom. The spell of doom? Fool! The 16 red and white rose cards grant power over all. Druid legend has twisted the true meaning of these cards. We Rose Crusaders have sworn to create a utopia free from the ravages of war. We intend to accomplish this with the power of these cards. And we shall do so by extending the rule of Richard III throughout the known world. By the way, it was clever of you to form a circle of red roses within the white rose barrier to summon the Rose Duelist. But you were foolish to come alone. This area is surrounded, and if you wish to leave with your life, you will do so only by handing over the red rose cards. Me? Fool? Then what about you? Are you fool enough to actually believe the red rose cards would remain here in my possession? Right after the summoning, I had the cards dispersed among our best duelists to keep them from your tainted hands. Then you leave me but one option. I shall enlist the aid of your precious Rose Duelist. You take leave of your senses. And you speak too soon, old man. Heed my words, Duelist. If you wish to return to your proper time period, you will require 16 cards of the red and white roses. The red and white positions must be laid out in reverse of the summoning order to send you home. You know the spell? Since you need the 16 rose cards just as much as we do, I propose a partnership. Help us gather the cards, and I shall guarantee your return after we've achieved our ultimate goal. An absurd proposal! Do you think that the honorable Talisin would even lend an ear to your ridiculous proposal? Can you be so sure, old man? Let me see. Simon's side has 8 of the red rose cards, while my side, the Rose Crusaders, has possession of the 8 white rose cards. As the numbers are even, simple arithmetic indicates that you could side with either one of us. But I'm sure you'll take into account who's winning this war. After all, who was desperate enough to summon you in the first place? I think it's quite clear which side is better positioned to send you home. To Talisin! Heed not the words of this power-hungry lunatic! Simon, must you resort to name-calling? I'm hurt. I'll tell you what. Why don't we leave the decision to our dear duelist? After all, Simon the Duelist's future is not for us to decide now, is it? Well, yes, but... Splendid! In keeping with the tradition of the old Temple Guardians, I offer you a choice, Duelist. Here are 2 roses. The white one represents me, and the red one represents old Simon here. For the sake of justice, choose the red rose! Stand by my side, Duelist. Choose the white rose. So, as the beginning of the story shows, the Lancastrians are the good guys, whereas the Yorkists are kind of the bad guys. But if you look at it from a historical standpoint, the Yorkists, I thought they were okay, decent people, and I don't know much about the Lancastrians. From this conversation, Sato, though being a complete asshole to this Simon McMoran dude, seems to be telling the truth and seems to be a nice dude. But Simon's the one who sent me here. Then again, I've got no clue who the fuck Simon is, but I do know who Sato is, and he's a bad guy in the TV show. So we're gonna side with the Lancastrians. How disappointing. Oh well, you made your choice, and I respect that. For now, I will guarantee you a safe passage until you've met with Yugi. After all, I don't want to end our little game too quickly. That wouldn't be sporting. I look forward to the day when we meet again, Duelist! Until then. Alright, so we've decided which team we're going to be a part of, and I thought that we were going to get to a battle. But because of the way the time restricts go, I might have to end this immediately after talking with Yugi. So, I missed where we are, but yeah, you know where we are. I don't need to say it. Listen to this music. Some pretty sick music in this, I have to admit. Talisin, I present Prince Yugi, last Prince of Lancaster, a true Welshman, in the hope of who we call ourselves Celts. The hope of we who call ourselves Celts, right? My lord, may I present Talisin, the Rose Duelist. You serve us well, Simon. My mother was wise in summoning you from Scotland. You honor me, sire. Duelist, I am Yugi. Actually, Henry Tudor is my name, but I find it tiresome, so you may call me Yugi. I'm sure Simon here has explained our situation, but it's only right that I request your services myself. I need you to return to England and put an end to the threat to the Rose Crusaders. Their White Rose cards form a barrier that prevents my armies from setting foot on British soil. Although we Celts have the Red Rose cards, we are but inheritors. Right, inheritors, okay. Who are unable to wield their full power. In the hopes of reversing our fortunes, we gambled on a druid legend that spoke of a Rose Duelist. According to the same legend, one must use a deck whose cost is lower than an opponent's to capture a rose card of another color. I believe that it is important that you keep this in mind. The cost of your deck should not exceed the cost of your opponent's deck. I would like you to note that our resources have been pressed to the limit, requiring us to invade England by August. My troops will land in Milford Haven, Wales, and march on to face the enemy at Bosworth Field. Having all of the Rose Crusaders out of commission by this time would be ideal, but as that might prove difficult, any reduction of their force would be appreciated. Right then, let us part company and reunite in Bosworth. Simon will provide you with the details as to where and when we'll meet once more. Alright, and now we continue on our amazing journey to wherever the fuck it is that we need to go. Apparently we're going to this place, where this thing just popped up out of nowhere. And now I have two branches on where I can go. I could go up to this guy right here, Chester. That's not a guy, sorry, the area is Chester. And his name is Weevil Underwood. Or I could go down to Tewksbury to face Rex Raptor. Now, this is supposed to be the easier one, so I think this is the one that you're supposed to do first. And this one's a bit more difficult, so you're supposed to do this a bit later. My deck power at the moment is 847, so I'm pretty close to Weevil's, but I'm still underneath of it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the system, check out our deck, see what we've got, and hopefully you know, it's good stuff. So, over in deck, we have our deck leader, the Illusory Gentleman. We have Komori Dragon, a Rogue Doll, Ancient Elf, Musician King, the Unhappy Maiden, Illusionist, Faceless Mage, Fairy Witch, Spirit of the Mountain, Spirit of the Winds, Shadow Spectre, the 13th Grave, Mech Mole Zombie, Three-Legged Zombies, Magical Ghosts, Fiend Sword, or Sword, I say Sword, fuck it, Crow Goblin, Takuhi, Kuribo, Lord of the Lamp, Ancient Brain, Dark Artist, Monster Eye, Key Mace, Kona, I think is what that says. I can't really read it. The Angel of Silence, Beaked Snake, Rare Fish, Water Magician, Water Girl, Amoeba, no, it's spelled incorrectly, Starboy, Fairy of the Fountain, Green Phantom Kurg, Yami, Red Medicine, Hinotama, Magical something or other, Black Pendant, Book of Secret Arts, Mesmeric Control, Magic Jammer. Okay. Okay. So, I'm looking to see what we have over here. Oh, is this the same? Yeah, this is the same deck. Okay. So I have 41 cards. Am I only allowed to have 40? Oh no, my deck says it has 40. But it says 41 out of 41. Hold on a minute. I don't know what the hell is this talking about. Oh, so I must need to get rid of a card or something. No, what the fuck? What am I looking for here? There we go, we'll just do that. Alright, I feel like I'm really unknowledgeable about what the hell I'm doing. So... Okay. This is a bit better. Oh my god, there's so much freaking shit. Alright, well, I went over all the cards that I have. I'm gonna check out my deck, and we'll come back with another episode later on. This is the Jackhammer 13, and I am signing out.